I wasted 3 years trying to turn $100 into $1. Zero by doing what every finance guru told me to do, and I failed miserably. Sound familiar? It's the 25th of the month. You've got $100 left in your account, and you're telling yourself I'll start investing next month when I have more money. But next month comes, rent hits, car payment hits, and you're back to zero. This cycle has been going on for 2 years. Now, but then I accidentally stumbled onto a strategy so simple that I felt stupid for not seeing it earlier. What's the one investment strategy that turned my first $100 into over $1,000? And why are most beginners completely ignoring it? What if I told you that the $100 sitting in your bank account right now could become $1,000 in the next few months, in the next 12 minutes? I'm going to walk you through the exact same steps that finally worked, so you don't waste yours like I did. But first, smash that subscribe button because I'm dropping step-by-step money content like this every week. Now let's get into it. Let me take you back to March 2022. I was 24, working a 9-to-5 that barely paid my bills, and I had exactly $127 in my savings account. I remember scrolling through TikTok at 2 a.m., watching these finance influencers talk about passive income and wealth building, and I felt this knot in my stomach. You know that feeling? Where everyone around you seems to have it figured out except you. My college roommate had just bought his first rental property. My cousin was bragging about her stock portfolio at family dinner, and there I was, eating ramen for the third night in a row, pretending I was saving money when really, I just couldn't afford anything else. I tried investing before twice actually. The first time, I put $50 into some random penny stock my coworker recommended, lost it all in a week. The second time, I opened a Robinhood account, stared at the interface for 20 minutes, got overwhelmed, and never touched it again. Sound familiar? But here's what really got me. I calculated that over the past 2 years, I'd spent over $2,400 on DoorDash, $2,400 on food I could have made at home. If I'd invested even half of that, where would I be now? That thought haunted me. So in March 2022, I made a decision. I had $100 left after paying all my bills. Instead of going out that weekend or buying that new video game I wanted, I told myself, this is it. I'm going to figure this out once and for all. I had no idea what I was doing, no financial background, no rich parents to ask for advice. Just $100, a YouTube account, and way too much anxiety. Little did I know, this $100 would completely change my financial life. Okay, so here's exactly what I did, and I'm going to be brutally honest about every mistake I made along the way. Day 1, I opened my laptop and typed how to invest $100 into Google. Big mistake. I got hit with 47 different articles telling me 47 different things. One said buy index funds, another said cryptocurrency, someone else said high-yield savings accounts. I spent for hours reading and ended up more confused than when I started. Day 2, I almost gave up. I was sitting there thinking, maybe I'm just not smart enough for this. Maybe investing really is only for rich people. But then I remembered something my dad used to say. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Cheesy, I know, but it clicked. So I broke it down into the simplest possible approach. I asked myself 3 questions. What's the lowest risk option? What requires the least amount of knowledge? And what can I set up in under 30 minutes? That's when I discovered the strategy. That changed everything. I divided my $100 into 3 parts. Stay with me here because this is crucial. I put $50 into a diversified ETF, specifically an S&P 500 index fund, through a micro-investing app that had 0 commission fees. I allocated $30 to a high-yield savings account that was earning 4.5% AP at the time. And I kept $20 in a platform called Acorns that automatically rounds up my purchases and invests the spare change. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's it? That's the big secret. But here's the thing, it's not about being fancy. It's about being consistent and strategic. Let me show you what happened next, because this is where it gets interesting. Week 3 is when everything almost fell apart. I checked my portfolio obsessively, like every 2 hours, my $50 in the S&P 500 ETF. It had dropped to $47. I'd lost $3. I know that sounds ridiculous now, but at the time, I was panicking. That was 6% of my investment gone. I started spiraling, see? I knew this was a scam. I should have just kept my money in my checking account. I was this close to selling everything and calling it quits. My hands were literally shaking as I opened the app to hit that sell button. But then my phone died. Random, right? While it was charging, I did something different. Instead of relying on my emotions, I actually started researching why the market drops. That's when I learned about market volatility. I discovered that the S&P 500 has dropped an average of 14% every single year since 1928, but it always recovers and grows over time. Warren Buffett, one of the richest investors alive, lost $23 billion during the 2008 crash. Did he panic sell? Nope. He bought more. But here's my real challenge: staying consistent. Month 2. My car broke down. I needed $300 for repairs. Every fiber of my being wanted to pull out my investments. Month 3. My friends were going to a concert. Everyone was going except me because I committed this $100 monthly to investing instead of entertainment. I'm not going to lie, it sucked. I felt like I was missing out on life while everyone else was having fun. There were nights I questioned if it was worth it. Was I really going to sacrifice my 20s sitting at home watching my $100 grow at a snail's pace? The answer to that question changed everything. And what happened in month 6? Nobody saw it coming. So here's the plot twist that completely changed my strategy, and it happened by accident. Month 6 rolls around. By this point, I'd been consistently putting in $100 every month. My total invested was around $600, and my portfolio had grown to about $680. Nothing crazy, but I was seeing progress. Then my company announced they were offering a 401k match program that I'd completely ignored because I thought I couldn't afford it. Out of curiosity, I did the math. If I contributed just $50 per paycheck, that's $100 per month, the same amount I was already investing. My employer would match 50% of it. That's an instant 50% return. 50%. No stock market can guarantee that. My mind was blown. I'd been so focused on finding the perfect investment strategy that I'd completely overlooked free money sitting right in front of me. So I immediately enrolled, and suddenly, my $100 monthly investment was actually $150 because of the employer match. But here's the real kicker. Remember that $20 I put in Acorns for spare change investing? By month 6, it had grown to $147 without me adding a single dollar intentionally, just from rounding up my daily purchases. That coffee? 20 cents invested. That gas fill up? 35 cents invested. It was invisible money I would have wasted anyway, and the S&P 500 ETF that had dropped to $47 in week 3 and made me panic. By month 8, it had grown to $387 from my consistent monthly contributions. The market had recovered, just like the research said it would. But the biggest plot twist, the strategy that actually made my $100 turn into over $1. Zero wasn't some secret Wall Street hack. It was something so simple that most beginners overlook it completely. And I'm about to reveal exactly what it is. Alright, so here's the moment you've been waiting for. After 14 months of consistently investing $100 per month using this strategy, my portfolio reached $1,247. Not $1,000, $1,247. And I'm going to break down the exact allocation that got me there, but before I do, I need you to do something. Pause this video for 5 seconds and ask yourself, if I started today with just $100, where would I be in 14 months? Really think about it. Because the difference between you and me a year ago is just one decision. Here's your action plan. Screenshot this or write it down. Step 1. Open a micro-investing app like Fidelity, Charles Schwab, or Robinhood. Zero commission fees. Step 2. Invest 50% into an S&P 500 index fund. Set it and forget it. No day trading. No checking it every or like I did. Step 3. Put 30% into a high-yield savings account right now. Some are offering 4 to 5% AP. That's your safety net. Step 4. Use the remaining 20% for automated, round-up investing through apps like Acorns or Stash. Step 5. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute at least enough to get the full match. That's literally free money. Now here's my challenge to you. Drop a comment right now telling me, I'm starting with $___ and fill in your number. It doesn't have to be $100. Maybe it's $50. Maybe it's $200. The amount doesn't matter, the commitment does. And if you want me to make a follow-up video showing my full portfolio breakdown, the exact apps I use, and how to avoid the mistakes I made, smash that like button and subscribe. If this video hits 1,000 likes, I'll drop the full tutorial next week. Your future self will thank you for starting today. Let's build wealth together. I'll see you in the next one. Drop a comment right now and tell me, what's the one thing holding you back from investing today? And if you're ready to take action, type I'm starting today below. Let's hold each other accountable and build this community together.